All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing something a little bit different today. I'm actually going to be reviewing a company called Blackhawk Custom Baits. This is actually a company I ran into on Facebook. I was fortunate enough to win a contest on Facebook, and the gentleman from Blackhawk Custom Baits sent me a few baits to try. And I have to admit, these are some of the greatest soft plastic baits I've ever seen and ever used in my life. These baits are extremely soft, extremely durable. The smell is unreal on the baits. You can get them scented or not scented, but I prefer the garlic scent. It's an unbelievable smell on these particular baits. The action on these baits rival the best baits in the industry. Obviously, Blackhawk Custom Baits has definitely got a winner in their lineup of baits. The first bait I'm going to be talking about is called a bullet craw. This particular bait is a creature style bait, and what sets this bait apart from the competition is the appendages. These appendages literally will stay straight up in the air when used on a stand-up jig head, or when used in a Texas rig or even a Carolina rig. This bait is going to be dynamite. I cannot wait to use this. This particular bait is called a home wrecker. This is your rodent style bait. This is a little bit bigger than typical rodents on the market. Typical rodent you can get for 4 inches. This is a 5-inch bait, not to mention the appendages. You know, this is an absolutely amazing bait with larger appendages than on most of the competitors. Obviously, you can see this is a green pumpkin red flake, probably one of our favorite colors to use and to fish with. This is a regular green pumpkin. Another bait that he sent me, or that I won, was a mongrel. This particular bait is going to be something else. This is something I've never seen before. This is such a unique style bait. Basically took a rodent style in a smaller profile and added, you know, a 3 to 3.5 inch tail on it. The action on this bait is absolutely dynamite. It is going to be a bait that I will definitely Carolina rig fish with. It's definitely a bait I will punch with. Definitely a bait I will use on a Texas rig. This is probably going to be our go-to bait and our favorite bait out of all of them. Rigging these baits, the mongrel, we are going to rig on a 4/0 hook. It fits absolutely perfect. I'm a huge fan of the back of the baits here, how it's flat. I love using twist lock hooks, especially from Moner hooks. A huge fan of the stroker hook from Moner hooks. This 4/0 fits absolutely perfect on the mongrel. You skin hook it, it's at the very end of the bait, the fish bites it, he's going to catch it no matter what. I mean, this bait is going to be a fish catching machine. On the bullet craw, you use a 5/0 hook, a 5/0 Moner hook, a Moner hook stroker hook on a 5/0, and this is absolutely a perfect fit. You can probably go to a 6/0, but I think it's going to be a little too far down the edge of the bait. My recommendation is definitely a 5/0. The same thing on this bait. Fish bites it, it is not going to let go. The scent, how soft this bait is, the durability of this bait is the reason why I will use Blackhawk Custom Baits for forever. Another option to use on the mongrel is a 4/0, you know, a weighted stroker hook from Moner hooks. You know, you can actually swim this bait. The tail action on this bait is so good. You can definitely use it as somewhat of a swim bait, or just swimming it through brush, swimming it through lily pads, reeds, sticks. Without a doubt, we will definitely use a 1/8 ounce, maybe even a 1/4 ounce weighted stroker hook from Moner hooks to match up with the Blackhawk Custom Baits. It is going to be a deadly combination. Like I said, use a stand-up jig head as well. This is a stiffy jig from Moner hooks. Definitely highly recommend the stiffy jig as far as one of the best stand-up jig heads on the market. And with Blackhawk Custom Baits and Moner hooks, it's going to be an awesome combo. You can also flip these baits. We will definitely be using some heavy-duty flipping hooks, flipping into some heavy brush, heavy reeds. This is a 5/0. I will use a 5/0 for the bullet craw as well as the 5-inch home wreckers. If I was to use a 4-inch home wrecker or even the mongrel, I will go to a 4/0 flipping hook. But for these three baits, or these two baits, I will definitely be using a 5/0 flipping hook. Like I said earlier, guys and girls, this is a fantastic company. I would not have come across them if it wasn't for Facebook and if it wasn't for winning this contest. And I'm so grateful to have come across them These baits are unbelievable. He actually has 10 baits out right now. The other baits he has, with the addition to the bullet craw, the home wrecker, he has in 2 sizes. He has a 5-inch and a 4 1/4 inch, so one just slightly smaller than this bait. You also have the mongrel. He also has a swim bait style bait he calls the booty shad. He has a Cinco style bait, which he calls the pole dancer. He has an outlaw craw, is the name of his craw bait. The outlaw craw is going to be an awesome bait. He also has, for drop shotting finesse baits, he has a bait called a torpedo. He also has a fluke style bait that he calls menopause. And he also has a finesse worm that is called the meltdown. He does custom orders as well, as far as if you want multiple colors. Say for instance you want a green pumpkin and you want red claws, he can make that happen. Anything you want, he can make it happen. He'll send you samples of what he does with your color options, and you can let him know, yes, this is what I want, and he'll definitely make them for you. All the information is on Facebook. You can go on their website at blackhawkcb.com, or you can find them on Facebook. Just search for Blackhawk Custom Baits and you can't miss them. Highly recommend Blackhawk Custom Baits. Definitely would give them a try if I were you. You're not going to be disappointed. These baits are extremely soft. They smell incredibly good, and the durability of these baits is going to be better than any bait I've ever used in my whole entire life. Without a doubt, 100%, I recommend Blackhawk Custom Baits. You should go check them out on Facebook, give them a like, and see for yourself how good these baits really are. You won't be disappointed. Blackhawk Custom Baits is the way to go.